Hi Dana. I'm just gonna walk and talk. I'm with Surf and Coast and Eagle, and I kind of tuned in to who wanted to bring a message or what the energy I felt was, and it was these three that kind of kept coming back to me. And as I'm talking, Eagle was just standing there looking at me. And there is a lot of heart energy in this herd with these three boys, interestingly enough. And Coast is approaching here. Okay, so just take a deep breath to start with. And I can feel you kind of up in your head. So just one more deep breath. Good, and kind of just allow yourself to settle in and relax. Okay, I'm really kind of drawn to my solar plexus area, and I'm noticing my heart. There's not, like, I'm not feeling a lot of energy there, but I'm really noticing like my solar plexus is going just like jumpy and crazy and so maybe even if you can just put your one hand on there, and you're just going to, my eyes are shut because it's just bright out here, and because I just kind of feel like that's how I need to do this, so we'll just go with that. But it's not that I'm not looking at you. Oh, interestingly enough though, Coast always does this too, keeps his eyes shut as I look at him. And shoulder energy kind of like a weight that is settled on your shoulders that maybe you've taken on. I'm seeing like an image of not of those ladies carrying water, but like of the oxen where they're pulling the weight. It's like you're pulling somebody along, like leaning into that. Yeah, and I can feel him at the back of my neck and like right between my shoulder blades. So breathe into that for a minute. Okay. When my solar plexus feels like it's settled down, and now like I can open my eyes. It was almost too much that I just couldn't open my eyes. And Coast too, and he's just sitting here kind of holding space for it. Nice. Okay. This all feels quite a bit more settled. Okay. Just kind of direct your attention to your feet. I'm seeing the image of my feet, almost like a little figurine where my feet are placed kind of pointing outwards, if that makes any sense. I don't know if you can see them like that. Kind of splayed out, like, so that like there's no tipping over one way or the other, that you're standing as a whole unit, a whole structure. Sorry, I was closing my eyes again. Okay, breathe into that for a minute. And I'm feeling like I need Coast to support me in this. Thank you. And a lot of throat energy now, yeah. Okay, so just breathe into that, and it's gonna shift. Coast is inviting me to scratch his throat too right now. And heart, back to your heart. And head. And eyes, like sight. It's like I can see a really wide open field, and like it's a really soft lit day, and there's lots of pink hues with kind of blues and grays almost. But like the light is shining and the field has this golden glow to it. I don't know what that means for you. And now, interesting, I'm seeing Coast kind of in the middle, or a horse of his color, so maybe that's not Coast, because you have your own horse of that color. Okay, that feels like a piece there. Gus is your Coast, right? And Coast is very... When I got him, I felt like he had a broken heart. That was like one of the first things that I ever was like, oh my God, like I got this. I can see that this horse is showing me that his heart is cracked. Like not cracked open, like cracked in half. Because I remember just being like, oh my gosh, this is insane. And so through the years, so this entire herd is quite a heart herd. Surf very much so, and Eagle very courage, right? The kur, that word is heart, taking action from the heart. And that's what the theme of this all is. Anyways, almost for you, I'm feeling something there, but it's also like to bring that energy down to here. Because even though normally what I would say is like, so the exercise of writing stuff down is good and still do that. But it's like all of this just needs to be filtered through here. And as it's filtered, I saw the image of coffee, but that's not really the best one. But kind of as it's filtered through there, what comes back up and out, and I'm not even coming up through here, but like out from there, filtered through here and out. And Gus will help you with this because he knows how. Don't ask me how I know that, but I think you to just go stand there with him. And this is okay, this is the invitation that I was feeling for you. Like these horses have all come together for you. And more than a breeding program, it's feeling very kind of like it wants to build something, right? They all came into your life, and there's a certain space that they want to hold, Marty included. I'm seeing her really strong right now. Your buckskin mare, Sunny, and Reenie even. And like, not necessarily that they all want to work with people, but there's a really bigger piece to this. And I don't even want to put anything into words to distort or cloud or anything. And here comes Surf. And Surf normally doesn't come up. Oh, and that's feeling like I could just feel the energy from him kind of hit me right here. And not hit me, but just hit me in a giant soft wave of softness. And just kind of let that settle in through you. And I would love to hear if you're feeling any of this, because I know sometimes people relate that they can and sometimes they can't. And Coast just came, and that's why Surf moved away, and Eagle was coming up. Yeah. But all of this, it's okay. There's kind of a much bigger picture to this, and even though like it kind of feels like there's a struggle with it a lot of times, right? And with all of the relationships and paying money for this, and like, where's it all going? But there's a really big invitation here for you with all of this. Nice. And so now I'm really noticing that I'm not being invited anywhere else other than to right here. So wherever your hand is, kind of move it in there. And I just want you to soak in this energy for right now, because it feels I'm getting the word contradictory. I don't know if that's not what the energy feels like, but that word keeps kind of popping in my head. Okay, now it just moved off. So take one more breath and just breathe into that. And I can feel that shift from my heart now in through my pelvis. Almost like it's just dropping completely now into my whole body. There. Nice. And now if you want to just sit with this for a couple minutes if you can. And everybody has gone back to just being completely content and tucked together. Yeah. And I would love to hear any thoughts. And just let yourself sit with this energy, because it'll kind of keep working on you. But if you just kind of sit and soak in it for a couple minutes if you can, there might be more that comes up or comes through or comes out or whatever. But just give yourself a little bit of space for that to happen. All right,